We're imagining light pouring in through the crown chakra. Move down, kind of washing over all of those other lower energy centers. And just finding space and peace there. As we continue to open and explore our physical body. So we'll shift into our table position. Taking our time here, roll the shoulders down and back and press the floor away from you. And feel that connection through the navel. Feel it getting nice and strong. Maybe a little extra squeeze in the space. That's the Uddiyana Bandha when we give that little extra squeeze. And we'll do some cat-cow again to kind of balance and integrate all the work that we're doing. So on the inhale, as we arch the spine, maybe look up, tailbone tilts up. Exhale, round the spine, head and tailbone tilt down. Continue this movement with your breath. And just explore what's here. So with the work that we've been doing with engaging and stretching the body a lot at the same time, there might be things present here that weren't here before the beginning of this practice. So move through mindfully, not pushing or forcing, but being open and flexible. And your next inhale, coming into a neutral spine, just pausing here. Maybe roll the shoulders down backwards again, navel in and up, feeling nice and strong. Maybe look ahead in front of the mat. We'll bring a little bit of balance into the pose. So we'll just extend that left leg back behind us. Maybe roll out the ankle here. Go in the other direction. And then as you press through the heel, let the toes point down towards the earth. So sometimes I want to go out to the side. Really engage even the outer part of the foot so the toes are pointing down. And then bring the opposite arm out in front, finding balance here. So with the core work that we've already done, it should feel a bit easier to hold ourselves in this position. Good, we're going to go into a nice deeper stretch here through the side body. Take another breath. Exhale, bring the hand down, cross the foot over to the right side, look over the right shoulder to the left foot, and breathe. The further you look, the deeper the stretch. Come back to center, lift that foot back up, place it down, maybe a little sway of the hips side to side, roll out the wrists. Good. And then coming back into your table, maybe reaffirming through the shoulders, the navel, the neck. And then as you're ready, keep that right foot back. Roll out the ankle in one direction and the other. And engaging, pressing through the heel back. The toes are pointed down. And if all feels well, from that left arm out in front. Shoulders still relaxed. So we feel that opposite action with the fingers reaching forward. Shoulder blade reaching back. Breathe. Relax. Feel. Watch. Allow. Another breath here. exhale the hand down as you cross the foot over to the left. Look over the shoulder. See if you can look over a bit more. So deepen that stretch on the right side of the body. Good. Come back to center. Bring that leg center. Knee comes down. And find your resting pose, whether it be a child's pose or maybe a puppy stretch or whatever would feel right for you. You need to roll out the wrist. Offer that. And then coming back into the table. Good. I just want to do a little bit more strengthening and toning through the body. So we'll come onto our forearms. So the elbows are right underneath the shoulders and planting the palms down. So the arms are like an 11, but having the hands planted down is going to give us more stability. Extend one leg at a time, back behind you, so you're in a forward plank, and just breathe in here. Look a little bit ahead of your fingertips. Make sure that your hips are not up, that you're pressing through the heels and reaching forward with the crown of your head. 3 more breaths. Mindfully release your knees down, uncurl the toes, come down, belly, chest, chin. You can bring your elbows out nice and wide. Rest your head on top of your hands stacked. Bend the knees, reach them wide, side to side. Planting the tops of the feet onto the mat. We're going to bring the hands to either side of the rib cage, roll the shoulders down and back. You can use your elbows to squeeze them together, but also draw them towards the heels. And then inhale, lift the heart forward, up, exhale, lower, up, inhale, exhale, lower. Good, 2 more like that. Little baby cobra lifts. And then the last one, hold it here. Maybe lift your hands up off the floor. Nice full breath. And then bring the hands underneath your head, elbows out. Relax completely. Any movement that would feel good, offer that here. Mindfully finding our way back into the cobra. We're going to go into our full expression of Bhujangasana. The top of the feet press down, that pressing or engaging that dantian, right? So that lower belly is pulled up, your navel's pulled up and engaged, shoulders down and back. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up first, and then press the floor away. Any amount. Keep the shoulders down and back. Feel that stretch in the belly like you did in bridge. Look down, lift the hips up, come through your knees, back into a child's pose or any resting pose that feels good for you. So we've been on the ground a lot, did a lot of grounding. We're going to move our way up into standing, but I wanted to make sure before we stand, we felt like we had a really good foundation. And that's what those lower chakras do. So we'll lean back into a table position. And from here, moving into our downward facing dog. So curl the toes, lift the knees up, exhale, press the floor away, maybe shake the head out, bend one knee, and then the other. Bring a lot of focus to our lower body, to our legs. They are their own mini chakras, but they're also an extension of that root chakra. We'll do a little playfulness here. So look forward to your hands, and then inhale, moving through your shoulder blades, so the rest of your body follow to come into a plank. If you want to watch, if you want to take your breath and watch. Then I'm going to push the floor away, and you see it comes through my shoulder girdle first, and then my hips come back as I press the floor away. Inhale, coming forward, so it's through my arms and shoulders, and the rest of my body follows. And then I press the floor away. It's almost like I'm pulling my arms towards each other. Do that one more time. Just coming forward. It's almost like I'm rounding my back and then lengthening. Then as I press the floor away, my upper body is engaged first, and the rest follows. Look forward to the front of the mat and walk the feet to the front. We're in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. We need to shake the hands out. Here you can, that was a lot on our wrist. And just breathing here. Knees are bent as much as you need. Maybe you're resting your rib cage onto your thighs. All that's good. Cool. Bend the right knee to straighten the left leg even more, and maybe look over that left shoulder. Just feel that opening. Come back to center. And then bend that left knee so we can straighten the right leg a bit more. Maybe look over. And if you can even bring the hand up to your hip, you can do that. You don't need to, but it can be a nice opener, and come back to center. Good. Bend the knees, look forward. Sweep the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart space. Take a pause here. Let all the energy begin to settle in the body. Maybe feel it in the breath. Maybe feel it in the heart. So I would say that these physical sensations in the body are vibrations, outward vibrations of that internal energy that resides within us. So we're extending our energy through our body and out into our aura. Sometimes I instinctively place both hands over the heart instead of onto the mudra. If that ever happens for you, just go with it. Sometimes your heart needs a little of that hand healing. We'll do a little bit of that as well. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bend the knees and lower. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, draw up the head. Walk the feet back. Then you can lead through a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach forward. Please come up into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Here. We'll inhale that left foot up. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest as we float forward. Inhale, keep it back up. Exhale, bring the knee in. Last one, keep it up. And bring it in. Bring that foot forward, however you need, and we'll bring that back knee down. We're going to open through the shoulder a bit. So rooting down through that right hand as you bring that left hand forward and up. Exhale it back and down. Try to keep that knee over the heels. We do that 2 more times. Forward, up, Back and down. Last one. Good. From here, looking forward, using the core to lift ourselves up. If you're going to place the hands on that left thigh first. The back toes can be curled or not. It's up to you. Let your tailbone drag down as we squeeze that navel area. All feels well. Arms up overhead. Breathe. Relax. Feel. Watch. And allow. On your next inhale, maybe invite a little back extension to open the heart. Everything up. Exhale, come through neutral. Bring the hands down. You curl the back toes to lift the knee up. And maybe kick that left foot back and up. And release it back down. If you'd like to do another vinyasa flow, inhale forward. Exhale lower. Inhale the heart forward cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. So whenever I say vinyasa, that's your choice to stay in down dog or do that flow. The breath here. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee in as you float forward. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, pull it in. Kick back. Pull in. Bring that foot forward. Bring that knee down. Reach down through that left hand. So we're up a bit to bring that right arm forward. Up, back, and down. Last one. As that hand comes down, looking forward, engage that core, bring yourself up onto the side, Anjaneyasana. Nice. And then once all feels well and stable, arms up overhead. Breathe. Extend and open. Allow that inner smile come from the heart space. Maybe invite a back extension to open that heart space. Make that inner smile even bigger. Maybe it shines through the face. Okay, come back through neutral. Hands back down. To curl the toes. To lift that left knee up, kick that foot back, and you can bring that foot down. Stay here, find your vinyasa. Taking pause breath here. Root down through that right foot to bring that left foot up once again. Bend the knee, stack the hips, but try to press the hands evenly and keep the shoulders even. So they're going to want to follow the lower body. Don't let your upper body be stationary as you're opening through the lower body. And we'll circle that left knee, 2, 3, and then reverse the direction, 2, 3, maybe open a little bit more, and then bring that foot down. Take a breath here. Root down to that left foot, bring that right foot up, bend the knee, stack the hips, keep the shoulders and hands where they are, and then circle that knee, 2, 3, other direction, 2, 3, open any amount more. Good. And level the hips, bring the foot down. This time walk the hands to the feet. Good. So we did a lot with both our upper and lower body. We're kind of hitting everything here. So if you want to take hold of the elbows, opposite elbows, and sway side to side to just decongest, release, and let go of it. And come through center, planting the hands down once again. Inhale, just look forward and lower the head back down. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale the arms out, up, hands together to the heart. Breathe, feel. Notice all that is present within you and around you. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. Feel that pressing in the earth rising up through your legs, into your hips and your pelvis. Let them be pulling down. Feel that downward energy connecting you, stabilizing you, being your foundation. Good. And we'll just circle a bit. So I'm just circling the body forward to the side, a little bit back to the other side. So it's just moving through the feet. I'm just going through the heels, the outer and inner arch, the other side, and to the balls of the feet. And then if you'd like to reverse your circle, just find balance here. And if this is challenging, you can widen your feet. You can bring your hands to the hips, so there's modifications for everything. Good. And then finding our stillness. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lower. Good. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop the head. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, into your plank. And you can press into a downward facing dog or do your vinyasa flow, whatever feels right for you. So you're ready, moving, leading back into downward facing dog. And we'll inhale that left foot up. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, floating forward like we did before, but this time just bring that foot forward. But we're going to come up into a warrior one pose. So if you need to shift that back foot at an angle, so the toes pointed diagonally, and from the core, lift yourself up, let yourself rise up into your warrior one, and then as you're ready, the arms may also rise. So we're coming from the bottom up, moving through the legs, the core, and then the arms. And just breathing to that space of arriving into your body, onto the earth. That is the quality of the warrior one position. When we feel grounded and stable and strong in our warrior one, then we can open to warrior two. So lift your back heel and then pivot the foot as you pivot your body to open to the side. Just take a look at your knee. It's opening toward the pinky toe. Back foot is grounded. Both the feet are grounded, but we're opening to the side. So with a good, strong, stable root system, we can open and expand our branches. And then we'll turn that left palm up and reach overhead. Again, your choice how expansive you want to be. Let that back arm rest, or bend the elbow around the waist and have a little bit more space to go deeper. Come back down to center. Take a breath here. Go into a side angle. So bring that forearm right on top of your front thigh as you sweep that back arm up and maybe over, or something else done. Maybe look up a little bit, open. Good. Use your core to bring yourself back up into warrior two. Take a breath here. Good. We're going to pivot that back foot so the heel comes up as the hands come up. So we're in a crescent warrior now. A little bit stronger. Take another breath. And then release the hands down. Kick that front foot back or walk it back into your plank. You can go into down dog or do your vinyasa. Breathe into whatever you choose. We meet back into our downward facing dog. Rooting down through that left foot as that right foot comes up. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, look forward, place that foot forward, place that back foot into the warrior one position. So if you want to stay in crescent, keep the toes forward and the heel up. It's a little more challenging. And then as you're ready, rise up all the way into your warrior one. And breathe here. Let the earth inform your breath. So as you inhale, press your feet down and lift up through the fingertips. And then exhale, let gravity take over, relax into the pose. Being that bridge between heaven and earth, rooting down and lifting up. Good. Very mindfully lift that back heel up, pivoting open to the side into a warrior two. Bring over those front fingertips. Breathe here. Look over any obstacles in your way, really expanding your vision. Feeling at home on this earth plane. Turn that front palm up. Reach up overhead. The back arm can rest or bend the elbow and create a little bit more space. So looking up here, we still have that divine connection, but we're rooting our feet down. So we can look up, but from our earth perspective, which is really important. We need to match the energy of the earth. We elevate our vibration to not get pulled down into negativity, but we still need to be grounded. Grounded and positive. Good. Inhale, come back into warrior two. Exhale, relax into warrior two. Another 2 breaths here. Good. Another inhale. Exhale, bring that forearm to the thigh as you reach that back arm up, and maybe it reaches forward. And then you can even use that forearm to press into it to open even more. So a little opening, a little rotation through the rib cage, the heart. Good. Use that core again. Lift yourself up, expand into your warrior two. Breathe here. Good. We're going to lift that back heel, pivot as we turn both arms forward and up. Warrior one. Crescent warrior one. Take a breath here. And then bring those hands down. You can bring that front foot next to the back. Come into your downward facing dog. If you'd like to find a vinyasa flow, you can. Just breathing into this space. So I want to get even more rooted and grounded into that root chakra. So we're going to go into Uttanasana, pigeon pose. So grounding through your right foot as you bring the left foot up. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest. And then bring the foot to the outside of that right wrist. Maybe walk the foot back a bit to make sure that you feel grounded through the pelvis. If you need a blanket underneath you or underneath the hip, offer that. So I have one. That little lift gives a little bit more comfort for me. Yeah. Make sure that foot is flexed. So that you want the knee outside of that arm. That's the biggest thing. So we're going to do a little heart opening first. And then as you exhale, you can walk yourself down, come onto your forearms into your relaxed pigeon. Let your head be heavy. Some people have the space to bring their forehead all the way down. If that's you, that's awesome, but listen to your body. Just that you're opening in the space and relaxing into the space is enough. And maybe relaxing is too big a word for this. There's a lot of tightness there. Modify by placing more props or cushions underneath the hips, maybe the whole pelvic region. It's a practice that we move through incrementally. And I feel that in pigeon more than any other pose. So just being present with your breath, listening to your body, our nervous system, gives us alert when we've gone too far. There's stuff that we're holding on to. It's really, really obvious here. So respond appropriately. Don't push through it. If it's too much, back off a bit, add extra support. Or if you have to get out of the pose completely, do that. You can also do this pose on your back. Another few breaths. As you're ready, we very mindfully walk ourselves back up into our hands, just finding that back extension. If it's available, if you can bend that back knee, maybe take hold of the foot with your hands. So that's a nice opening through the chest and shoulders, but it's also going to be a nice quad stretch. Good. And then release that foot down, making our way back into a downward facing dog. So taking your time with that. So you're down to the left foot, bring that right foot up, or opposite foot up. And then bring the knee into the chest, but then bring the knee out. So that out beyond the hand. Walk that back foot so you have a little bit more length. Show that front foot is engaged so we don't get any cramps. Open the heart first, inhale. Exhale, you can walk yourself down onto your forearms. So maybe you just stay here and just drop the head, or maybe you go a little bit deeper. See what's present on this side. Sometimes it can be a surprise how different one side can be from the other. Is this one body? It is. But we address and nurture what needs to be nurtured in our body. breathe, relax, feel, watch, allow. As you're ready, begin to walk yourself back up into that king pigeon or eagle pigeon. And here, maybe that back knee bends, maybe take a hold of that back foot. You got a nice stretch in the arms. You bring that foot in a little bit closer to that your quadriceps. And then from here, lean over onto your right hip. Or just bring that back foot forward into a savasana. And just breathing here into the space. Extend that left foot out. Maybe walk that right foot in so it's pressing into that left inner thigh. Make sure that left foot is engaged and you're drawing your toes towards you. You're going to do a little side stretch here first. So turning to the right knee, left hand is on the left leg, inhale that right arm up. And reach over, maybe open. We're doing very similar muscle groups, but just kind of open a bit more here. And then as you inhale, come up. As you land that right hand down, maybe sweep that left arm up, maybe the hip comes up. Just breathe into this space. And knees down carefully. You get a lot with our pelvis and our hips. We don't want to dump down or crash down. We're going to go to the other side. So as we bring that left foot in, extend that right foot out. Nice and engaged here. So we're nice and open, looking over that left knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach over. You just breathe. You can be a little playful here. You can press the hand to open up even more. Just feel whatever's there. Maybe you reach the toe, maybe you don't. Inhale, coming up, placing that left hand down as you sweep, that right arm up, lift it and off the floor. And if the hips don't lift, they're fine. But as we come back down, we can be nice and easy. We don't flop down. All the beautiful work that we did, we don't want to erase it by any sudden jolts in the body.